So guys, look at those clouds right there behind us. Do you see that? So we joined some trail mates and we are all checking into the Best Western here in, I think it's called Newport, Tennessee. Yes, we're still hiking North Carolina. It still says North Carolina even though we skirt back and forth, back and forth. We're done with the Smokies and we are at the Best Western in Newport and we're heading north tomorrow morning. Let's hope this rain stops because I want to stay at Max Patch. We'll see what happens. Okay, to give you guys, give you guys an idea of what's going on this morning. I don't know if you can see behind me, and maybe you'll be privy to hear the thunder as it clashes. But we are currently in severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings until this evening. So we went down to breakfast and consulted with other through hikers because through hikers want to know. And 99% of us, we're staying here for another night. So it looks like we are trying to protect ourselves from the lightning, is basically what it is, and the high winds, because we're not made of sugar. We're not worried about the water. Are you worried about the water?
No.
Yeah, we're not worried about it.
I just don't want to be blown away to Kansas.
That's what it is. So we are, I don't know if you can see that rain. I was hoping I'd catch you some thunder and lightning. So we're hunkering down for today. So Okie, is it a beautiful day to hike today? No. No, what's wrong?
There's fish in the swimming in the parking lot.
And what about that lightning strikes? Aren't they beautiful? Don't you want to be out there?
No.
No?
No.
So not today, huh?
Not today. This is one of those Mother Nature days that I go, no.
Not today.
No.
Do you guys hear that thunder? Okay guys, so I think I got my camera fixed. We came up, we're hiking. We've been averaging long days because shelters have been closed, a lot of bear activity. We were really looking forward to Max Patch. Someplace we wanted to stay the night. Been storming off and on for the last few days. But see the views behind me? That's the only kind of views I can really get today. That sucks, right? So, here's my view of Max Patch. No beautiful sunrise, no beautiful sunset for me, and that's been the story of the Appalachian Trail. So I've been struggling with that a little bit, struggling with not getting good views, putting in long miles and not seeing a lot of rewards for it, and having camera problems and having internet issues, and I guess that's the perils of being on the AT, and even second thoughts about being out here, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm not the type of person who just gives up easily. So the knees 90% probably will never be right for the rest of my life. Oh well, so be it. I'm old people never heal, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep giving it my best until my best isn't good enough. So, but look at beautiful views of Max Patch, North Carolina. Okay, so we were hoping and praying that maybe the sun would come out, and it's not. So we've got to boogie on to another shelter, and there's so many cool spaces that camp. I saw a space right over here that would have been really awesome to camp out, but we had to miss that opportunity because of the storm. However, we are at 255.1 miles. Woohoo! Woohoo! On the top of Max Patch, North Carolina. This is where we really wanted to camp. Well, I really wanted to camp. It was one of the highlights of the AT that I had highlighted that I want to do besides the ponies and a couple other things. So that's just how our luck has been. Everything we highlight turns out to be a disappointment. But we're still plugging through. One step at a time, 1 mile at a time, 1 day at a time. I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't save the videos that had been putting mine and Okie's Smokies thing into the to the box at the end when we left the Smokies, but Okie's got some of that on her channel, and you know, I've missed a lot of other things, but I think I got the phone fixed now. But now I'm worried because when I look through the screen I see a trail that goes into the abyss, to the nothing. So am I really still here? I don't know. Let's find out. guys, so I'm trying to get some pictures of the trail for you. And I just want to explain a few things too. We are trying to put bigger miles in. And when you're trying to put bigger miles in, it's really hard to stop a lot, take a lot of pictures. This is all muddy too, so I gotta slow down a little bit. And to film some of the trail. But I don't want you guys to miss out just because I'm trying to put in some bigger miles and trying to push, because we're trying to get through some of the little stuff that's not so super exciting and get to some bigger, better views. But I know y'all want to see what I'm seeing and see some of the trail. So I figured I'll do this for a little bit, but that's why my videos have been few and sparse. I mean, we're trying to push those miles, and sometimes it's raining, and we're trying to push through a shelter just back there that had a lot of bear activity, so we're just pushing through to get through, pushing through fog, because there's really nothing to take when there's fog. But we came down a little bit, and there was something I thought, you guys might like to see some of this, some of the green that we're going through. So I thought I'd capture a few minutes and give a little bit of explanation to you guys. So, you know, I'm not giving up, but I'm just trying to make some time. I've been saying, oh, I want to see some beautiful green fields. Looks like the fog is lifted on that one. I'm getting to see some beautiful green fields. This is a cute little trail that goes around. You can see where Oki's up there. Oh, we have another hiker coming down too. So, it's beautiful out right now. I just love these little things. I don't know how many of these I'm going to get on tape for y'all. I feel like I'm with my backpack going through a little maze. Then we get across over this little road. Go right down there. From right there around here. And what do we see, Oki?
Stairs to a creek.
Stairs to a creek. So she's going to walk on down these stairs.
And it's slick.
And it's mud. We've been dealing with mud. That's why there's not a lot of videos today. A lot of mud. And we're trying to keep our time up. So trying to slide through the mud. And this is all muddy. And then it crosses over to a cute little, I don't know, it's got stones and stuff, into another creek. If you look, there's another creek down there that she's got to cross too. And then we go further down the path.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Oh, a couple of little creeks. This Roaring Fork shelter, it's about noon. The storms have been so bad and stuff off and on, so it looks like there's still people in the shelter. But we're heading for a shelter that's still 5 miles past here, and maybe even a tent site that's even further past here. So we're gonna keep on going. Like I told you, we're trying to make some big miles, and so we're trying to get out of here as soon as we can. Looks like, I know you all can't see it, but their bear bags are still hanging in the tree over there. So this is a lot of storm damage done in here, and that's from, like, we had tornadoes and stuff and rain the last couple nights, and so look at that, tore it down right off that stump. So that looks fresh. So this is fresh debris on the trail, and that's some of the stuff that you also encounter on the Appalachian Trail. Wow, look at these cool mushrooms. They almost look like seashells. Look at those, guys. I would have never noticed them if this tree wasn't in the way. So I wanted to make sure that I got a picture for you guys so you could see this. I'm walking with fields and fields and fields of these flowers. Now, Oki told me that they're called trillium, right? Yep. Trillium. And they come in different colors. I mean, these ones are purple and white. We've seen yellow. We've seen red. And an old timer called it, what do you call it? Toad lilies. So it just goes on. And I've been walking in it for a couple miles now. It was in the fields after Max Patch. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you because this goes on and on forever. Let me just give you an idea how life has been the last few days. So it got warm, took my stuff off. Making pretty good time for being pelted on. I'm soaking wet underneath. I had to stop my backpack on, as you can see it. It's soaking wet, so I'm carrying an extra load of wet. And we're getting poured on. Probably another couple miles. We won't. So that's why there's not a whole lot of video. So here's a cute little bridge that we're crossing. And there's a lot of these little bridges like this around here. And it's a lot of mud right now. And Oki about slipped and fell. Thank God for her poles. And God that she didn't fall off the side of one of these, because we have like lots of sides like that. But it's raining, it's pouring. 1.8 miles to the next shelter, and about 2.8 miles to the campsite we were thinking about. She's filming me, I'm filming her. And we'll make up our decision in 1.8 miles if we're going to go on, because we wanted to dry a little bit to set up our tents for stealth camping, so we'll see. So here I am. I'm about 0.2 from the shelter on the top of this, whatever it is. Walnut something shelter, I guess. I wanted to show you. We've been stuck in a downpour. I wanted grassy fields. I got grassy fields. I'm on top of a grassy something. I just can't see it. And I'm soaking wet. But like I said, 0.2 to the shelter. I normally don't stay inside shelters. I like to stay stealth camping or put my tent up, but we'll see what this rain does. If it goes away, I'll put my tent up. If it doesn't, I think I go sleep inside a shelter. How about? Stay tuned. Okay, I'll try to get with Oki in a little bit, but we are here. We went to the shelter, and it had 4 people and 2 dogs in there, and there's going to be no room for us, and the rain has not stopped. It was like 1.4 miles to a tent site, which we were thinking about doing, but that would have put us into like a 12-mile day. We're 0.7 from the tent site right now, and we found a little stealth camp on the side, and so we got stuff set up. We are wet. The inside of our tents are wet. We are trying to get things dried out so that we don't freeze to death tonight. So I'll get back with you guys later. I'm going to get with Oki as soon as we get ourselves warmed up a little bit so we can eat some dinner out there, and I'm praying that this rain stops just long enough so we can eat some dinner, and I'll get back with y'all later. Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock. The rain's still going. Oki was cold and tired, so she went to bed. I finished eating, hung up the air sacks, and I am crawling into bed, but I didn't show you guys yet. I think my new sleeping bag I got in the middle of the Smokies because I was freezing to death in my quilt in the tent. So off to bed in the rain, and stay tuned because tomorrow we should be heading into Hot Springs.